certainly. For example, climate change needs a lot of research because you want to integrate the climate change impacts at local level. You need to do research on predicting the impacts at the local level. Now we have impacts at the regional level or at the country level. Many people do it, but not much done on the local level. So this research on climate change to put impacts at the local level is very important. Also, there are lots of other research needed for the low quality water, treated wastewater use, the desalination. Desalination is an option in many countries, but still costly. So research to reduce the cost in energy and in other aspects is very important. So yeah, research and capacity building are two big issues in the water allocation and the water scarce areas.
And
sure, yes. I think the DryArc address lots of issues beyond the water allocation. It addresses the production, productivity, and other aspects. It addresses the environmental aspect. And it's very important to link that to the DryArc, because water allocation is important in driving how the water will be used. Of course, there is an exchange of knowledge between researchers in the field and the policymakers to make water allocation. So actually, when we talk about water allocation, it's not distribution of water only. It is driving the use of water. So if we want, for example, agriculture to focus on certain crops, then water allocation will drive that change. So we like to see water allocation mechanisms, for example, impacting the cropping patterns. What should we produce and what we should not produce? For example, any country imports food, so we import also virtual water. So we should link the virtual water to the local production and see what are the balances there, what are the ways to maximize water productivity locally in light of virtual water imports and exports and so on. So yes, it is very relevant to DryArc. It's very relevant to the work that ICARDA is doing in many countries. And although ICARDA did not work on water allocation per se, but this is very important dimension that needs to be included in the work and in the research. Well, in terms of water and agriculture, our forecast is that water in volume for agriculture will be less and less. And more low quality water will be used in agriculture, like treated sewage water and others. So that's for happening already in many countries, and it will happen in the future. Now, we forecast that countries will start focusing on water productivity more. So they will try to bring more return for the cubic meter of water. Countries like in Egypt, they will continue to focus, for example, on faba bean, because that is important for protein for the people, the poor people and the farmers. So legumes will have space in nutritional water productivity more. But still, cereals are strategic because they provide lots of energy, they provide lots of carbohydrates for people, and it's very important, strategic. So they will continue as strategic crops for food security. Now, the balances need to be done by the water allocation, where to allocate water, depending on the balances in each country. And the balances not only between crops, but also between local production and virtual water imports.
So this needs to be balanced always in the countries to make sure what is the best thing to produce locally and what is what you import.